In this video, we are going to discuss about how to write the query statement used to create a SQL view. So, first I will give a brief idea about SQL view, and then we will see the requirements and write the queries. So, this is the SQL create view statement, a small description. In SQL, a view is a virtual table based on the result set of an SQL statement. So, SQL create view, if we create a view, it's a virtual table based on the result set. So, it creates a table, a virtual table, not a real table, based on the result set of a SQL statement. So, if we require result set with the keyword create view, then it creates a virtual table in our database. A view contains rows and columns just like a real table. The fields in a view are fields from one or more real tables in the database. The SQL create view table, a view table, also inherit the features of a table like rows and columns, and the fields in a view are the fields from the real table. Now, in a row, for example, in a real table, there is a username, password, email. If we require the result set of username, email, password within a create view statement, then in the view table also the columns with the columns, relevant columns, username, password, email, the data also will be shown row by row. So you can add SQL statements and functions to a view and present the data as if the data were coming from one single table. So this is used to present the data as if the data were coming from one single table. A view is created with the create view statement. This is the keyword to create a view. So this is an example, create view. Here the required name. Now for example, if we want to view a username, we can here give a username as and select the username column and the relevant columns from the table and the condition. So we will see the requirement and then write the query statement. So the requirement is, this is the continuation of the RLA Shoe Center database where we previously added data to the product table, user table, and many more tables. So we will start with question number 1. Create with view to find registered customers at RLA Shoe Center. So we need to create a view to find the registered customers at the RLA Shoe Center. So we will write the query statement to view the customer, registered customer of the RLA Shoe Center shop. I will write the query here. So here is my query statement to view the customer, register customer of the RLA Shoe Center database. So here I have created the view customer list to view as customer list from user table. Here I have inner joined the user has user type and the user type table to find the customer type. Now here the user type and the user has type is both a different table. So we need to inner join to find the common data and to display it as the result set or a view. Now here we need a view now, so here we need to create a view. So here I have inner join user has user type on user dot user ID equals to the user has user type user ID. Here we are checking the condition whether the user tables user ID equals to the user has type tables user ID, and here we are inner joining the user type table and checking whether the user has user type user type ID equals to the user type ID. Basically, we are seeing the whether the user has user type tables user type ID equals to the user type tables user type ID. So, and the condition here is the user type name must be customer. So I will execute my query statement and we will see the result. So I have executed and create view. The view has not been created. Now I'll disconnect and again reconnect, then we can see the view. Here the view has been created. Now we will see the view. Here the data here. These are the registered customer of the earlier shoe center database. So we will move on to the next requirement. Create with view to find details of more than 10 products with the brand name Bata. So we need to create the view to find the details of more than 10 products with the brand name Bata. So we will write the query statement to create that view also. So I will erase the previously written query statement and write my new query statement here. So here's my query statement to view the number of products where the brand is Bata and the quantity is more than 10. So here I have written the keyword create view as Bata list. The view must come as Bata list. Here now custom list, no, if a view is created here, it will be displayed as Bata list. And select all from product. I have inner join GRN item table and brand table. Here I have inner join GRN item table and check whether the GRN item tables GRN item ID is equal to product tables GRN item ID. So whether I have check whether the both tables IDs are equal, and here I have inner join the brand table and check the brand tables brand ID equals to the product tables brand ID. So, and given the condition where the quantity is greater than 10 and brand name must be Bata. So I will execute this query statement and we'll see whether the view has been created. Wait, unknown column product GRN item ID. Wait. The query error in the query because the relationship is wrong. Each and every question requirements differ from the previous one. Now in the before one, the GRN item ID product ID is in the GRN item table, but in this here we are requiring the GRN item within the product table. So here we must mention it in the product table, not in the GRN item table. So the GRN item ID must come inside the product table. So we must create a one-to-many relationship. The many side is product and the one side is GRN item. So now the GRN item is created. Now we will synchronize it. Okay, now we have synchronized it. I will refresh and see. Now we will see. Now in the product table there is GRN item where all is 0. I will give the relevant GRN item. Here I have entered the relevant GRN item ID to the product table. Now we will execute the query statement and see. Now the query statement is executed. We will first refresh and see. If not, we must disconnect to view the created view. So I will disconnect and type the password again, and we will see the Bata whether the Bata list is created. The view is created. Here the data list view is created. We will see the data. The data is Sparksman and Bata. We need only Bata, no? Why this Sparksman came? This is the query. Yeah, the brand name is Bata. We will see the data. Okay. Product name is Sparksman Bata. There are two values, I think so. You see the product table. Here there's a small mistake. There was a error in inserting data. I have only entered the brand like here Bata without entering company. So I made up that mistake. Now we will here now. Okay, now the result is okay. Now the Bata complete. The quantity number is 32 and Sparksman quantity number is 90. So the query, it has been successfully executed and the Bata list view is also there, and we will move to the next requirement. Find the name of the product with the highest selling price. So we need to find the name of the product with the highest selling price. And here's a error with the question. We need to create the view and find the highest selling price. So we will create the view and find the highest selling price. So here I will erase the query, previously written query, and write my new query. So this is my query statement to find the highest product with the highest selling price, the product with the highest selling price. So here I have created the view as max selling price and select product name from product because we need the product name only. So I have inner join grn item table for product and check whether the product table's grn item id equals to grn item id. So and I have given a condition where the selling price equals, and I have written a subquery to find the max selling price from grn item. So we will execute the query and see whether the view has been created. So there's no error. We will disconnect and see the to view a SQL view. Always after creating we must disconnect, or else if we refresh we can't, the view is not displayed in the database side. So we must disconnect and reconnect it and view it. So here the max selling price is also Roman Italy sneakers. The product Roman Italy sneakers is the product with max selling price. We'll see the next requirement. Find the name of the product with the lowest selling price. So here also we need to create the view and find the product with the lowest selling price. So we will, there's a small edit to be made in the query statement. Here I will take it as min selling price, and here also I will make it as min. Now we will execute it and see. So we will disconnect. Again we must reconnect. the min selling price is also created. The view has been created. We'll see which product is the minimum selling price product. So the minimum selling, the product with minimum selling is Bata config. So that is also okay now. That's all for this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.